Alright guys, finally here, the one and only Ethereum Chicago Northwestern. Recommended age group, 7 years and older. For the first time in forever, the engine that I told you guys that I was going to get for a very long time has finally arrived. And this has been a long time coming. So without further ado, there it is. The Chicago Northwestern, number 8651. It's a -9. We're going to set this right here for a few minutes. We're going to grab this. Looks like we have some spare parts, possibly parts that have broke off. I'm not really sure. Plus you have the couplers. Looks like we have the old school ones. So that's pretty cool. And here is the diagram showing everything. Yeah, the ditch lights, unfortunately, I know 100% do not work. There's the GE C44 9W, a -9, if you will. Nothing on the back. So we don't really need this right now. So we're going to go ahead and unbox the actual locomotive itself. I could. This tape is relentless. Metal. There it is. The Chicago and Northwestern -9, one of many. Well, I'm glad that can be fixed pretty easily. Looks like we only have a 3 chime horn. There's the front. Oh. So, for some reason, the number boards in the front are just not there. As you can see, the ditch lights are just kind of, well, they can't really work right now, but that's something we can do, is make them work. This is obviously a locomotive that has had a lot done to it, because that's metal. Right back here is metal too, and even on the front. That's all metal grab irons, so whoever had this engine before obviously loved it, and they took it apart and replaced it with metal grab irons everywhere. Obviously the couplers are not on, we have to put those on ourselves, but I'm just looking now to see what that is. As you can see, Chicago Northwestern. So, it would appear, if I take a quick little gander, that's probably why those are there. Pretty modern trucks, I must say. This is supposed to run, so what I will do really quick, before we run it, or see if it runs, we're going to get all this out and see what this is supposed to be. Alright, I have no idea where the screw went, but it looks like we do have the knuckles and whatever this stuff is. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. I mean, well, that's the sun visors. This is probably the mirror, like a side mirror. And dear God, I have no idea. So we have those two. We have both the sun visors. Plus we have what for now I am assuming is a mirror, an extra mirror to go on the side. And then 2 couplers. So, since I know this is all metal, I feel really comfortable handling it. Oh, where did that screw go? So there's one of them. So is it a very tiny flathead, which we do not have a flathead in here. Am I seriously just supposed to screw it in just like that? Oh no. Give me one moment. I'm gonna go grab the necessary tools and try and find that other screw really quick. And there we have it. So now we get to go test the Dash 9, and we can even get a piece of rolling stock just to see how much that coupler is just not gonna work. Actually, the rolling stock bin is already out there, so let's take a walk. Does my sweatshirt work? I won't get Rock Island. As you can see, I decorated the yard a little bit. I'm going to readjust my camera here. I decorated the yard. We have the BNSF B40, Amtrak B32, and we actually have the CSX GP, I can't remember now. I think it's a GP9RM, not sure. The Chicago Northwestern trailer, some maintenance of way back there, and as you can see, all the accessories are up. So allegedly, this is supposed to be fully powered, fully functional. And I can definitely tell you by the weight, it's 100% a powered engine. But if it works, well, God knows. Never mind. Look at that. Don't look at that part. Don't look at that. The radius could be a little tight there. That's an issue with a bunch of our rolling stock. I don't think it's ever been an issue with one of our engines, though. I also could have just put it on wrong. I know this is kind of a weird angle, but there you have it. God, I just realized it was sparking. And it derailed again. That's scary. Yeah, I think the radius is too much for this engine, which wouldn't be a shocker. Let's just pick it up. Let's just see. Oh yeah, that and also probably just could have not been used for a while. It's really hard to say. Because I swear to you, we've never had a engine that couldn't handle the radius. I didn't think that was even possible. Front headlight doesn't work. Should have a rear headlight. Also doesn't work. Perfect. Small issues. Just to prove a point to me, myself, and I, we're going to throw on the boxcar. Oop. Oh, there's a shocker. Everything derailed. The boxcar? No, the boxcar always derails. And yeah. Well, that's something I can run by Durley. The fact that, it's just the radius might be a little too great, which is a little unfortunate. But because we probably won't see it get onto this part of the track on its own, we're going to put it there manually. Darn it now. It's not even at full speed. She wants to run. Derailed again. Yep. Or did it? No? It did not derail. At least, not that I'm aware of. No, it did. It did derail. It's just very small derailment. Well, that makes about as much sense as I would expect it to. Front truck's rear's fine, so it works perfectly fine the one direction, but the other direction it doesn't. Well, with that being said, we're going to throw this boxcar on one more time, because it's not supposed to have anything wrong with it, allegedly. Yeah, that actually has just been happening. That is not the engine's fault. That has been happening. It's just these Rock Island rolling stock is just, it ain't doing so hot. Thankfully, this guy is pretty good. This is an old Texaco tanker. I've never ever had an issue with one of these. We're gonna run the train back. It also begs the question, how does it work that way, but the other way derails every time? Just a double check on the wheels. I don't know how that front one keeps falling off the slightest bit, but it does. One more time. I guess the fact that there's no headlights on the front or back would make a pretty convincing DPU unit. Yeah, okay, that might just be the engine. Shouldn't really come as a surprise due to the fact that the coupler is kind of fucked. Right, that is something you're supposed to do. Forgot about it. Well, I'd say the Chicago Northwestern passes, because it's just the best. Oh, that radius is it's too great. It just derailed itself. That's crazy. Oh, and CNW. Perfect. And never mind. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Chicago Northwestern number 8651, a General Electric -9 locomotive with no headlights and no front number boards for some reason. I'd say this review went pretty damn well. We now have another locomotive that works perfectly fine, and that just because the trucks cannot handle this radius doesn't mean anything. That is most likely something that we either can fix or something to do with the track. I don't know. But we will try and make this engine work, because it's the Chicago Northwestern. It has to work. So with all that being said, I appreciate every single one of you who joined in to watch the unboxing of the very first Chicago Northwestern locomotive. And it's the exact one I wanted to buy. I told you guys it was either going to be a -9 or an AC 4400. And look what we got. Not even $100 you guys are looking at. Do be warned, ever since I found this one on eBay, eBay has been telling me there's a lot more that are very cheap. We might be getting another one, because I get paid in a few days. Let's see, what's today? Tuesday? So we got 3 days till I get paid. So I might get another one. I might not. Who knows what's going to happen. But don't be surprised if we end up getting more Chicago Northwestern through the Allen subdivision, because best company that ever existed. Well, with all that being said, as I once said, thank you guys so much for joining in. Hope you guys like the decorative details I've put on the layout. This is kind of how it would look when it was all said and done. So obviously some stuff may look a little out of place, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. Let me know what you guys think about the light. If Durley doesn't have one that could possibly be a suitable adapter, then either I have to go and try and find one that would work, or I really do have to spend $70, which I don't really want to, because even though I work for Menards, that's not a Menards hat. I forgot I didn't wear a Menards hat today. Well, I'm wearing my Menards shirt, and even though I work for Menards, I can't believe they're charging $75 for a battery and a battery charger, and that's literally it. Maybe there's more in there that I just don't know about, but if not, that seems like a huge ripoff. Man, that rebate would be nice. I'll think about it within the next few days, and I'll see what happens. But with all that being said, for the third time now, I'm sorry. Thank you guys for joining in. I'm going to go and rest up now before it's time to hit the tracks and watch Iowa Interstate. Maybe we'll get a CNW hopper. So, with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.